So the point of this video is to explain how to use the ErgData app along with the training management system and import your data. So to start with, you're going to be using ErgData, which is an app provided by Concept2 that will help you record the information the data that you record when you're doing a workout. So for the purposes of demonstration, I've got a screen grab here of the app, and as you can see at the top there's a workout for 5,000 meters that was recorded that I did on October 23rd 2018. So when we click on that, what will happen is it will take you to this screen where at the bottom right hand corner there's an upload button, and once you click that upload button, as long as you're logged into your account on the Concept2 logbook on their website, that will upload your data into their cloud, and then we're in a position to import it to my system. So the next thing to do is to log in to the Concept2 website, and you can do that by going to log.concept2.com and logging into your workouts, and this is pretty straightforward stuff. You're going to see this screen right here, and what I'm going to do is go to all history and view my season. Click on that, and these are all the workouts that I've recorded. The 5K in particular that we have used in a training management system in the video before is right here on October 23rd 18. So I'm just going to use this as an example. If I click on the view, which is this magnifying glass, that's going to take me to the data that I used for that particular session on ErgData. What we're interested in is downloading it as a CSV. So we're going to go ahead and download that as a CSV, and that's going to pull down this file, which we're going to click OK, and that's going to download right here. Okay, so that is now on my computer right here. So I go back to my system having logged in, and assuming we're still logged in here, we can go to the edit function on the workout, click on that, and then we're going to go and click on this cloud with the arrow, and right now there's no file for this particular workout, so I'm going to go ahead and browse to that file I just downloaded, and there it is right there. So I click on that, click open, and then I'm going to click import, and once I've imported it, it says the workout has already got data associated with it. Well, of course it is. We've just added it. If I made a mistake, I can hit the delete button, and that will delete that workout data, and we can re-import something else. But I'm going to click here to return to workout input. So now we're back to this screen, and if I go back to the main menu and look at past workouts, what I've got here is this sort of a bar graph icon. I can click on it, and what you'll see here is the training history for this particular row, and it just so happens I had another row on the 16th of July 2008, and I put some data in. It's probably dummy data, but it goes for now, and you've got this graph that tells you how you did between those particular dates. The more workouts you put in, the more history you get, and so forth. So if I wanted to see that data that I just put into the cloud, I can go over here and click for a detailed graph, and then I have a various amount of functions that I can choose. So for example, I could choose watts, and I could choose stroke rate, and I could choose heart rate, and I'm going to go ahead and submit that, and now it's going to think a little bit, and then it's going to create a graph, and it doesn't appear that there was any heart rate data associated with that. But if there was any heart rate, so I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to go hit submit, and what we've got here now is the stroke rate and the watts, and as you can see, that data is now in the system, so it can be looked at by myself or another coach or else something like that. If we wanted to see power rate scatter analysis, which is quite an interesting graph, we could click on that. And this plots every single stroke I did in that piece, the stroke rate that I did, and the watts that I pulled for that particular. And obviously we're looking for clustering to see that, you know, the power and the rate are going to have this linear effect that's going to, my strokes are going to be clustered together. This is quite a tight bunching of strokes, which means it was quite consistent. If the strokes were a little bit larger on that graph, then maybe my rowing is a little bit less consistent. So if I go back to the main menu and look at past workouts, go back to that tab, one of the things that I have now is the ability to compare different rows. Now I've only got one workout in there, but if I wanted to compare a couple of different workouts, I would click on both different checkboxes, and then I would go ahead and compare the training, and that would allow me to compare the data that I've uploaded from ErgData a year ago to that which I've done on today's date. So that's just a quick explanation as how you're going to get the data into the system, and the more data you can provide, the easier it is for a coach to really see exactly what's going on an individual piece, and allows them to dial into the 3-foot view rather than the 1,000-foot view, which is just the average split and workout notes. So hopefully this has provided some instruction and helps you figure out how to pull data from the Concept2 cloud into my system.